Doctor, the oncoming storm.
Nostrils massive!
Okay, so in one of the comments to one of my videos, a video where I'm playing in a KV-1S, I had a comment from someone called TheZanderd that says it's nice to see me in a tier 6 tank, but he wishes I would play some other tier 6s other than the KV-1S. So I thought, why not? I own 4 tier 6s, one of them is the KV-1S. I will play the other 3. So here's a game from each of my other tier 6s, starting with the one I'm worst with, my AMX 12T. I'm not a natural scout. I bought this because a while back, before they made artillery crap, I was trying to get my way to the Batchat 155 because I wanted another artillery with a turret. I think it's fair to say that I wasn't really enjoying the artillery as much, even in that, because it's only since it all changed and my SU-26 became just like any other artillery that I discovered it was the SU-26 I liked playing with, because it wasn't the same as other artillery. Because it had such a short range, you had to move it into position. You had to take chances with it, rather than just sit at the back of the map and play it with one hand, shooting at anything that anybody else spots. But anyway, enough of that, I've got sidetracked. So that was why I bought the AMX 12T. I am not a natural scout, but I'm trying my damnedest to play this as a scout. I'm trying to use what cover's there and spot something. Being very stealthy, knocking the trees down, obviously. Back up to in the bush. I should be behind the bush, but you know, I've just realised that and I've moved behind the bush. But nobody else seems to be shooting him, and I can see him. So I shoot him and I run like hell. I've done 8% damage to him. But you know, it's a scout tank. Its gun is not heavy. Its gun is not powerful. It's not designed to be. You shoot if you need to, nothing else. You know, not really giving myself enough time to lose the fact that they had all spotted me when I fired. I go up and start scouting again. Oh dear, I'm in trouble now. He's missed me, and I haven't missed him. And now he's left me feeling very sorry for myself. What I need to do is get away from him. Use my blistering reverse speed, and now pump it forward. I'm left feeling very sorry for myself, and with an empty gun, I need to get that ridge line between us. I've done that. Now run like hell. But I put a few good shots into him, but he put 2 into me and nearly killed me. If he'd had slightly higher damage rolls, this wouldn't be a video I'd bother using. But because I got away with it, I'm going to carry on. Now they've been capping us since basically the beginning of the match, sorry. Problem is, they're not doing very well, and now we know where they all are. Oh, nice cheeky easy shot. Now he's pointing his gun at me, run like hell. He fired a shot into the ground in front of me, that's fine. Empty my gun again. Oh, good shots. I was running away when I made that last shot. He's put a shot over the top of me again, and someone set him on fire. That's that over and done with. That was a nice bit of easy sniping. So far I've tried to scout with this, and I've ended up trying to use it as a heavy tank and a tank destroyer. As I said, I am not a natural scout. I'm not great with this, but the fact that I'm still alive, I think it's more down to luck than anything else. As I said, a little bit of a higher damage roll on one of those shots earlier, and I'd have been a smoking corpse. But look what I can see the side of, and have no hope of penetrating the side of it there, but I managed to put a shot through the side of him. And I think I might have set him on fire as well. But it doesn't matter, tank destroyer finishes him off. And to be honest with you, I'm like, right, what shall I do now? And what I should do now is go hunting for their artillery. But I go to where I know their artillery's not, and I'm about to be a proper scout and spot someone. Problem is, by the time I spot them, it's way too late to do anything about it. I've got nobody with me, and oh dear. And I ain't getting through the front of his tank. Doesn't stop me trying, I will keep shooting. But never mind, because I spotted him, and kaboom! He's dead. So one last bit of help towards my team there. Didn't get any kills in that. Let's face it, I'm a scout. I'm not supposed to, but still, I enjoyed that game. And so we look at the scores for that game, and as you can see, that is the best game I've ever had in my AMX 12T. I got a second class on it, as well as scouting a few tanks, spotting them, damaging them, doing spotting damage, which is ideally what I'm supposed to do. But you look at this, second class, so better than 80% of the people that have played with this tank. I'm happy with that because I'm not a natural scout. I'm not any good with this tank whatsoever. So to get a second class, I think it's the best I'm ever going to get with that. So, you know, quit while I'm ahead. Also got myself a sharpshooter. As you know, I don't feel anything about those. Moving on to the team score, there it is. I'm in third place. Obviously, that was a tier 8 match, and there's me in my tier 6 tank, which is completely legitimate. I expected it to be at least tier 9, so I think I dipped in a stinker there. You know, being a scout and only being 2 tiers lower than the highest tier is a good situation to be in. So yeah, I was happy with that. And so to get that sort of position, I mean, I did nearly 1,000 damage, and somehow managed to. And I've no idea how I managed to do that, but yeah, didn't really play it like a scout, so not a great example of that, but my end result's pretty good. Looking at my detailed report, I only missed one shot out of the 16 I fired, but only 6 of them penned. But with those penetrating shots, I managed to do 885 damage, so great. Was only hit twice. Yeah, but I was also rammed, and that kind of finished me off. Potential damage received 500, easily enough to kill me. And in fact, it was all the damage I took, I'm pretty sure. Spotted 2 enemies and managed to damage 3. And a lot of spotting damage. Well, I say a lot of spotting damage, some spotting damage. And that's kind of what you want in a scout tank. When all said and done, 39,000 credits earned. Nearly, just shy of 40,000. So yeah, pretty good game. And so, on to my next tier 6 tank, which is the M6. It's an American Heavy, or the American tier 6 Heavy. I like this tank, I really do. I'm here on Sacred Valley, and to be honest with you, there's about a minute and a half to 2 minutes before anything really happens in this game, so I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing and why. I've put up a lot of KV1S videos recently. That's because I've been playing the KV1S a lot, and that is because in the upcoming patch, patch 8.9, I've heard many rumours, and I believe them to be true because some of them have been from jingles, that the KV1S isn't really going to exist anymore. You're going to lose your big gun on it, they're going to move it up a tier, they're going to do all sorts of things. So many things I've heard, but one way or the other, it isn't going to be the daddy of the tier 6 heavies that it was. So while it's still the awesome machine that it is, I thought I'd play it as much as I can now. And so what you're getting is a lot of KV1S videos, and obviously that's been picked up on, and the TheZanderd has asked if I'd play some other ones, so I have, and it took me bloody ages to get I mean, the AMX 12T was the first game I played in it in a long time, and it worked out beautifully for me. But I then played my other 2 tier 6 heavies for about 3 days before I had a game in either of them worth using. This is the first one I got with my M6, and as you can see, it's on Sacred Valley. And as you can see, I've had a Hellcat pushing forward the entire game. He kept waiting for me, but he kept making sure he was the one that was the furthest forward. And unfortunately for him, he has just run out of luck. He was shot and set on fire first time, and is now dead. But I've managed to put a few rounds in, and I've now left that guy on 51%, and although I did miss the shot of the tank destroyer, so yeah, still pushing forward. But more. Although there are other tanks with me, they're staying back to see what I do, and I'm doing all right actually. Every shot they've put at me, I've managed to bounce, and I've put a few shots into a few tanks. But the problem is, I'm pushing further and further forward, and I am the tank that's up front. And there we go, and I get my first kill. I'm aided by that guy who's just pushed forward and unfortunately taken several shots. That might have been why he was hiding behind me. And now he's cheekily pushed forward when I thought he was hiding and put around it. That's the first damage I've taken, but it's gone off to take him on, so I can just have this guy. I've taken another shot, this time from him, and he's running away. I'll have him for that. There's kill number 2. And I bounce a shot. But scores are 6-all. I'm doing quite well here, it has to be said. At this point I'm thinking, thank God there might be a video I can actually use. I decide, wreckage of a tank, I might as well use it, see if I can use that as cover. Have a shot at the top of his tank. And I've left him on 15%. But my one of my gunners is dead. And there's kill number 3. Oh, someone gets the kill on him. 3 tanks on their team left. I'm looking decidedly unhealthy now. I've taken several hits, and I'm down to about a quarter health. In fact, probably less than a quarter health. In fact, no, probably about it, less than a quarter health. But they've only got 1 tank left now, and honestly, there's very little I can do. He's right the way over the other side of the map. I have no intention of trying to cap though. Our team deserves to get the kill on this, but I have a horrible feeling that if they don't kill him quick, that guy there might go and cap. And I'm now debating, do I want to take one for the team and stop his cap if it looks like he's going to go to cap? But never mind, it doesn't matter. He gets a few cheeky cap points, and we kill everyone on their team. And so, on to the results. As you can see, got myself with my first win of the day, and obviously on premium, 2,666 experience, as well as 35,500 credits. Damaged 4 tanks, 3 of which I killed, got spotting damage on 2, and actually scouted 1 of them. So, although there weren't a lot of enemies, I put a lot of rounds into them, did a lot of damage to them. If we look at the team score, you can see I'm there at the top. Massive amount of damage, great amount of XP. There were other players on my team that got awards, but you know, I clearly had a great game there. Looking at that, I fired 11 times, 9 of them went in, 8 of them penned. So missed a couple of shots when I was aiming at a very small target, but with all the shots I hit, only 1 failed to pen. Was hit 5 times, 3 of them penned. I got lucky there, but yeah, all around a great game for me. When all said and done, I was left with 28,000 credits, so awesome. Okay, and so on to my third and final tier 6 that is not a KV-1S. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like playing with this tank as much as I used to. What I hate about it is the fact that the body on it is so damn nails, but the turret is so weak. And the fact is, the way I play, I will try and find something to hide the body of my tank behind so that only the turret is sticking up. That tactic is more than useless in this because the turret's the bit you need to protect, and unfortunately the turret's the bit that needs to stick out because it's what you shoot from. So doesn't work well for me. So I had lots of games in this that were crap, to be quite frank. And this one isn't much better, but I do well in it before I die. So this is basically the best of the worst. I'm out of practice with this tank. I don't use it very often. I like it, but as I said, too many people know how to pen it, and it's not like other ones where you can hide your weaknesses. Your weakness is the spot on your tank that shows up most. And thank you, Mr. KV1, for just stopping directly in front of me, pulling in front of me, then stopping. Brilliant. Hanging back to let everybody else do the damage is definitely the tactic you want to be using in a heavy tank. Moron. Not that I'm bitter, you understand. But so I'm late coming to the battle now, and most of the positions I'd like to take have gone. So come round this corner, and unfortunately my gun shoots up just as I come around that corner. But they've all fired, and he's backed himself into a corner. One shot kill. Beautifully. And he's shown me his side. But never mind. If an 88 is just going to stand there and let me shoot him in the side, who am I to complain? He's still not moving. Right, well, I'll have him again then. Left him on 8%. Someone else is going to kill him. But that was fine, and basically I've lost half my health, but have done a fair whack of damage. And now I need to get down. Problem is, my turret's the bit he wants to be shooting at. Obviously that's the last bit to get into cover. I can't believe that one ricocheted. This might have been a very different match if that one had gone through. I was trying to use the wreckage of the tank to block me, but it didn't work. Hit him again. I'm taking hits all over the place. I'm down to about 10% health now. And there it is. That's the end of the match for me. And as I said, it wasn't a great match. I got damage on a few tanks, but in the end, not a great match, but still the best of what there was. And so, on to the results for the last Tier 6 tank I owned that isn't a KV-1S. My Aerial 44. Or my Aerial, as people like to call it. You can see there, first win of the day, so it was doubled. 2000 XP, not bad, but that is with premium, so my XP is going to be quite low. Took 28,000 credits, nearly 29, and scouted a few tanks because I was pushing up forward, as you'd expect in a heavy in that game, as well as put a few shots in and even killed one tank that, to be fair, tier 4, got one-shotted by me. So we move on to the team score. In the end, I did pretty well with all our team. Got myself the win there. Did almost the biggest amount of damage. VK did better than me and got more kills than me, and probably rightly so. But as I said, the aerial's weakness is so bad. The fact that its turret is the place you aim for. Oh, I hate that. So many games I get into where I think if I was in any other tank I would have a perfect position here, but all I'm doing is exposing my weakness and hiding away the strongest bit of my tank. I want them to shoot at my chassis, not at my turret. But as I said, this is one of those games. If I'd been able to drop down behind the ridge of that hill and have just my turret exposed and that be my strong point, then I would have been fine. But yeah, it didn't happen. Stop whining on about it. Looking at my battle results, got 6 shots off. One of them missed. One of them failed to pen. The rest all to the point. Caused a lot of damage. I was hit 19 times. If I'd run away and not allowed myself to do that, that would have been a steel wall for me. Of the 19 hits, 8 of them penned. I took a stupidly large amount of potential damage on that. Nearly 2,500 potential damage. Spotted 2 tanks, damaged 3, killed 1. And also managed to get myself nearly 200 spotting damage. So that was alright. When all said and done, took away 21,000 credits after all my bills are paid. So yeah, pretty good game. No, it wasn't a pretty good game. It was the best of the worst game. But anyway, those are my tier 6 tanks. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you to the TheZanderd for asking me to do that. I'm going to go back to my KV1S now and play that. I hope you enjoyed these videos, and I will catch you next time. Bye.